I'm Deb Kearns, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living in our beautiful community of Apple Valley. We will open our service today with a song, We Are All One. It's an original sung by Chris Ermston, and we're happy to welcome back the choir to join them. Let's give it up for them.
Feel the love all around here beside me. Feel it in my heart and my soul deep inside me. Resonating deeper and deeper and deeper. Lifting me up higher and higher and higher. You and I are one. One with everyone. Love is all around. Tap into the sound. Right here in the center for spiritual living, you have found a home that is loving and giving. Lots of happy hugs and the smiles on the faces. We don't have a problem with gender or races. Throw your fears away. Love is here to stay. Friendship by the pound. Love is all around. You should know the man, Dr. Holmes was the founder. His philosophy, there is none that is sounder. God's in everyone, we are all connected. Gratitude and fun, don't let fun get neglected. It's no mystery. Thinking is the key. Peace and harmony. Change the way you see. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We are into helping and love and forgiving. You might hear some singing and praying and music. Just to be inside here is so therapeutic. What else can I say? I am here to stay. Home away from home. There's no need to roam. Here there is no need to be stuffy and formal. Things will come around back again, back to normal. Then we'll have a band on the stage and a choir, lifting all our spirits up higher and higher. You know that it's true. Yes, it's true. I can feel it too. Feel it too. What a place to be. Place to be. Come on in and see. Friendly people here. People here. Troubles disappear. Disappear. We know we are one. We are one. One with everyone. We are all one. We are one. We are all one. We are all one. We are one. We are all one. We are all one. We are one. We are all one. We are all one. We are one. We are all one. We are all one.
Thank you so much for that gift, Chris. Really, that has my vibration higher than it already was when I got here, so thank you. All right, and choir, thank you so much. So, it's absolutely delicious to see you guys up there. I am so excited. Okay, so, we are an all-inclusive center of love, where we recognize and celebrate each person as a divine, and unique expression of the one Spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the Science of Mind principles to support our core values of love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, and diversity. Welcome home. Please join me in reading the opening community affirmation in the program on the left side. I believe in one power, one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. I believe that spirit expresses through me and is the unity of all life. I believe that all thought is creative, and how I choose to think creates my personal experience. Is there anyone here joining us for the first time? Don't be shy. Can't hide. Okay. All right. So, everybody else, welcome back. All right. Announcements for the upcoming events are in your program each week, along with the daily affirmations to use. So please take it home with you. And these affirmations are great. Absolutely great. Our weekly spiritual living circle discussion group meets on Thursdays. And it's at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Everyone, all are welcome to join at any time. Sign up at the concierge table to receive the Zoom link. See Brandy Pagano if you have any questions. Brandy, can you wave your hand? There she is. So if you have any questions, check in with her. Tai Chi with our own Chris here is on Tuesdays in the sanctuary at 11:30 a.m. Following Tai Chi, you're invited to join us in the fellowship hall for games and cards. If you're looking for a connection, of fun and laughter with like-minded people, come join us. It's a great time. And you're welcome to bring your own lunch, if you like, or not. It's going to be a lot of fun. Chair Yoga with Joe Caravu is on Thursdays at 11:30 in the sanctuary. So the theme is 11:30, okay? Right here. Drum Circle with Janet Amby is set for Wednesday, April 13th at 7 p.m. in the social hall. All are welcome to attend. The participation fee is $10. Masks are optional. If you have a drum or a rattle, please feel free to bring that as well as a yoga mat or blanket. We're excited to see the opening up of more activities. Let's give it up for that. Sign-up sheets are available at the concierge table, which is right out here to the left. And if you're interested in any of these opportunities, our hospitality committee is planning for refreshments after service along with potlucks. A committee to plan the Mother's Day and Father's Day baked auctions, goods, decorating committee to spruce up our facility. And we also have an upcoming book study, and I'd like to invite our own practitioner, Frank, up here to share with us a little bit about this upcoming opportunity for all of us. Come on up, Frank. Let's hear it for him.
Well, what's special about tomorrow night? Where y'all gonna be? You're gonna be in my study room, right? Blue Collar Spirituality. It starts at 7 o'clock. Look forward to having a lot of folks here. This is an opportunity to have a different look at science of mind and how spirit operates in your life every day. It's very basic. It's a lot of fun. Looking forward to having y'all come in and see it. About an hour and a half on Monday, starting at 7 o'clock. And I have one more seat for a carpool from the Just Ranch area if anybody needs a ride. So we'll see you there. Sign-up sheet is out here in the foyer. Please sign up ahead of time so we have phone numbers and contact emails. Thank you.
Also, HDCSL is having a used book sale in the social hall. All paperbacks are $1 and all Hardcover books are $2. Come see the variety of books we have. And is that happening today? Yeah. And that's happening today, all right? Right after service. Right after service. Get those dollars out. And there are some great books back there. All right, every Sunday, we share the vision for our new minister. We ask that you hold this vision with us throughout the entire week. Printed copies are available at the concierge table for you to take home as well. Join me in reading this if you choose. Our purpose is unity. Our vision is to be a dynamic teaching center where we learn to experience the Spirit within us and to express our fullest potential in life. Our new minister is comfortable with shared leadership, accessible to our community, has humor, tact, and is kind. Our new minister is intelligent, a fine teacher of science and mind, an inspired speaker, and feeds us spiritually. Our new minister lives the science of mind with integrity, has a consciousness of abundance, is authentic and unbiased. Our new minister is enthusiastic while being emotionally mature, committed, and connected to our community, and is wise in all of their affairs. Let's welcome up our practitioner of the day, Lori Smith, to come on up. All right, let's give her Lori.
Thank you, Deb. And good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Please join in reading with me Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises together. They are on the front page of your program. There we go. I keep the promise I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I wish to put these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. Let us turn within now as Chris shares In the Silence by Jack Bauer.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments. I hear all that can never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that can never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find God, I find myself.
perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for the Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. And as Marie lights the healing candle, we light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as Marie lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And I invite you to close your eyes in this moment. Right where we are. We are open and aware of this one all-providing source. This idea of love, this expression of wholeness and self, this one mind, this one life that is living us uniquely as each individual. Deep within is this essence, this energy, this vitality, this joy, and this peace. It is our very life. And I speak this word in the first person so that you may embody these words as your very own. I am one with this source of love, this source of light, this inner sense of peace, prosperity, abundance, and above all, love. I am filled to overflowing with the limitless possibilities through my imagination, through creativity. All is well and all is good, and I am good in it. So I am grateful and thankful for this service and all those who make it possible. And for your board of trustees that serve you tirelessly. And your practitioners who are here to listen Karen and her message today. We are so blessed. So I just release this word. It goes forth to reveal the truth, to heal and to love. I know this to be so. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Lori. That was very, very powerful and absolutely beautiful. Thank you. So, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest musician and speaker today. Sitting right over here is Reverend Karen Mitchell, and she wrote her first song at the age of 5. 5, right? She gave her first sermon to her astonished siblings at the age of 6. A lot of growth in that year, right? She began singing in pop, R&B, and disco bands at nightclubs at the age of 15, and began singing background vocals for popular recording artists throughout her teen years. She continues to sing on TV and film projects for Disney, Netflix, and Hulu. And she is a published songwriter, not only in the New Thought movement, but secular music as well. Reverend Karen is a licensed practitioner and minister with the Centers for Spiritual Living. She has served as a music director for CSL Centers and as a staff minister at Ventura Center for Spiritual Living, as well as an assistant minister and music minister here at HDCSL. Yes, yes. Something like that. In addition to being an on-demand speaker and singer, she's a Kundalini yoga instructor. I knew I was feeling something going on. And she runs her own internet-based international wellness and beauty business. She writes a spiritual advice column for the Crescenta Valley Weekly newspaper and is currently writing her first book containing musical affirmations and mindful moment reflections for every week of the year. Please join me in welcoming back Reverend Karen Mitchell.
Oh my. Well, as you can see, I just sit around all day, doing absolutely nothing. No, I did for a while during the lockdown. I forgot to mention that I have 3 children and 3 stepchildren, and I'm married to an Irishman with an Irish accent. So I went to the doctor the other day, and the doctor said, "What accent is that?" I was by myself. It was just me. I'm like, I don't have an accent. I'm from here. Oh, no, there's definitely an accent. I said, "Sure, what do you mean there's an accent? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have an accent. I've never had an accent." Oh, okay, he gets it. Anyway, that's enough about me. So today, I am so grateful to be back. I love you guys. You're all always in my prayers, continually. And we're going to talk a bit and explore the idea today about being divinely human. So I chose this song written by Daniel Nahmad called Just Like Me, because gosh, if you've been there, done that, I've been there, done that, right? And if you're there now in the middle of something, chances are I'm either was there or I'm going to be there. We're all in this together. So I love this song, and I'm going to do a little prayer, mini prayer in the middle of it. Okay, here we go. You've had to be strong for so long. You don't remember who you are. And when I see you, I see myself too. I see the child hidden in your heart. You're only human. those who most hurt you are the ones you trusted most of all. And when you forgive them, then you can live again and heal the heart of that child so small. You're only human, like me. You're lonely sometimes, like me. You're longing for love, like me. You're just like me. And we cry for a safe space, quiet place to be, where our soul shows its true face, where love flies free. And I'm so grateful to be here, so divinely human, in this one life, in this one and only love. So I bless it all and I release it all with gratitude, and so it is. 'Cause you're only human, like me. You're lonely sometimes, like me. You're longing for love, like me. You're just like me. And I understand. You're just like me. Oh, thanks, you guys. Wow. That Daniel Lamont, man, he's quite something. Woo! So, yeah, you're just like me. And that can be a bad or a good thing. Don't ask my husband. That's probably too much information. Okay. So, divinely human. This is a big week for religions, and we're going to go into a little bit of that, not too heavily deep. But, you know, as you saw with all these beautiful candles, we celebrate and honor all paths to awareness and awakening for all people. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. But I do have a little lesser-known Bible story for you. It's really short. It's kind of unusual, but, you know, Moses and Jesus were golfing. I know, right? I think that's one of those books they threw out, you know, at that conference thing. So Moses and Jesus were golfing, and nobody was around yet, you know, but they probably looked pretty impressive, you know, golfing. So it's Jesus' turn up at the tee. I don't know how many golfers we have here, but yes. One or two. Okay. So Jesus is up there, right? And he's got his big driver, you know. I don't know if it's a 3-wood or a 1-wood, I don't know what it is. He's got his big lucky driver, and he's getting ready. Okay, all right, Moses, just watch. This is great. I can do this. You think I can do miracles? Wait till you see me golf. Okay. So he takes his first shot. Boom! It goes way out, straight into the river, right into the water trap, right? He can't curse or anything, right? So he says, oh, sugar, okay. Moses says, no problem, Jesus. I'll go out and get it for you. Hang on. I'll go. Moses runs down, parts the waters of the river, gets the golf ball out, runs back, hands it to Jesus. Give me one more try. Come on, Jesus, you can do this. Thanks, Moses. All right. Jesus gets out one more time. Way out. And in the water trap once again. Moses is like, it's all right, Jesus. It's okay. I'll go get it one more time. Okay, so Moses runs out, parts the waters, grabs the golf ball, runs back to Jesus. All right, Jesus, you got to do it this time. I'm praying for you. I know you can do it. Oh, Jesus takes a deep breath. Okay. Straight out into the water trap one more time. And by this time, Moses has had enough. Even Moses has had enough. He's like, you know what, dude? And by this time, a crowd was gathering, right? By this time, people are just staring at this. And he's like, dude, you can go get your ball yourself. Like, I've parted the waters for you 3 times. You get your own ball. Jesus is like, oh, all right, you're going to be that way about it. All right, I'll go. Don't worry, I'll go. Jesus goes down to the river. He starts walking on the water. But the crowd is looking. What's going on here? Some guy in the crowd says, look at that guy. Who does he think he is, Jesus? And Moses turns to the guy and says, no, he thinks he's Tiger Woods. I know, who knew Tiger lived back then? We have to find humor in our Bible stories, ladies and gentlemen, because it can be some dry reading when you're a kid, you know. I think I made up my first sermon when I was 6 because I was like not into actually following the facts of the Bible. So I have my gizmo. Thank you, Reverend David Allen Cruz, wherever you are, if you're watching. Wasn't he great when he was here last? Yeah? So he had his fabulous iPad holder gizmo. And I said, ooh, I need one of those. And I said, do you guys have one here? No, that was David Allen Cruz's gizmo. Okay, I'm going to get one. So now I've got one. So it doesn't even have to, there's no button on it or anything. I can just let it sit there, which is perfect for me. Okay, so we're going to try doing the slides. I turned it on. Yes, I have.
There you go.
It's there! And so it is. So our Centers for Spiritual Living has kind of a yearly, you guys know this already, I'm sure, preaching to the choir, literally, you guys are in the choir. Themes for the year, themes for the month, themes for the week. Like, it's a lot of themes, but it all goes together in one big theme. CSL's 2022 global theme, Living Everyday Wonder. And then April's theme is creativity. How cool. Like Easter eggs, okay, it's being birthed, being born. There's a lot of stuff coming forward, so we're all creating all the time. We know that Spirit is always creating through us as us. There's never a dull moment here on planet Earth with human divine beings. We are always creating something. Some things we don't like, some things we like, but we're always creating something. We are the physical body of Spirit. So we're always on a journey of creation and evolution. You guys already know this stuff. We all have a mix of superpowers and feelings of not enoughness. So my theme for my talk today is motorcycles. No, that's just distracted by the sound. Divinely human. It sounds like an oxymoron, right? Like, I won't say it. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. But I would say it sounds like a conflict, doesn't it? Does it feel like a conflict? How can I be so human with all my failings and my limited perceptions and this little body that's so fragile, like stuff can just hit it and then I'm taken out? How can I be divine if I'm just this sort of fragile, sort of vulnerable thing that doesn't always do everything right? Well, that's kind of the mystery, but it's the truth. We are always divine, and there's no separating it. And I love to use the idea of a tea bag and tea, which seems weird, but are there any tea drinkers here? Yeah, so you know that we infuse our water with tea. Tea gets infused into the water, right? So the tea is like the divine creator, and the water is like everything else. And when the tea mixes with the water, after it becomes tea, there's no separating it. You can't take the tea out of the water anymore, right? It's just tea. You're not drinking tea and water, you're drinking tea. So I know you didn't expect to come here and hear that you're, a glass of tea. But the bigger idea is that once you infuse it, there's no separation. And separation is what takes us down. That idea that we're separate. That idea that we're not divine. That idea that we're not actually eternal beings of light. And that there's stuff that we can't see that's happening all the time. The idea that we are all one, we forget, right? How many of us forget? I forget, right? This is why we come here, to remember, to support each other and help each other remember. I need remembering and reminding every day. That's why I pray every day. I have to remember that. Connection is just closer than my breath. But it's here. We can't see it, but it's here. So, Ernest Holmes. You cannot do a talk without talking about Ernest Holmes, the founder of our Science of Mind teaching. An amazing guy who studied all kinds of religions and brought the best of everything into what we're teaching today. There's that within us which partakes of the nature of the divine being. And since it partakes of the nature of the divine being, we are divine. Teabag, water, divine being, us. We are divine. Partake means to share in or take part of. So, there's a philosophy called holism. And it's just like it sounds, whole, like wholeness, right? Holism. It says that all paths to awakening realize that all religions have a golden thread of truth connecting them. So there's stuff going on in April, as I said earlier. We've got Happy Ramadan to our Muslim friends and family. My nephew is Muslim, and he is fasting during the day, and then he eats after sundown. And the goal of that is to deepen the connection to God by really focusing in, not being distracted by, external pleasures and stuff like food, and to achieve taqwa, which is really just that constant consciousness of the divine. How many of us are constantly aware that God is who we are? Constantly. Sometimes I do better than other times, but constantly aware? That's like praying without ceasing, right? My life is a prayer, constantly aware of the conscious contact of God. That's pretty amazing. So we honor Ramadan, and they're fasting from, look at that, food, not only just food, gossiping, arguing, and lying. We can do that, right? Let's join them in that. Why not? Let's fast from gossiping. Let's fast from arguing. Did you ever get one of those little bracelets that says no complaining and do like the 30-day no complaining program? That was going around for a while until somebody complained about it and said, what's this stupid program? I'm complaining about it. Nobody can do it. It's impossible. No, it's not. It brings our awareness with that little bracelet of this whole idea of complaining, which really is just saying to the universe, I don't like what's happening. I want it to be different. Nothing's right the way it's supposed to be. And what we teach here is that, we can think something is bad, but we also have a bigger picture, knowing that eventually we're going to find that it actually led to everybody's good. That's a big concept. You got to step back from that one. But the no complaining thing is good. Okay, so no complaining. And so what do we want to fast from? In New Thought, think I like the arguing gossiping thing. What would we fast from? Frank, would you think of anything you could fast from? A new thought, an idea of something you could do with fasting from?
Whining.
Whining. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. How about anyone else? Worrying. The W's, whining, worrying, and wondering. No. The 3 W's. I would fast from, I know what my husband would tell me to fast from. I like to fix things, and I like things just so. You know? The fork doesn't go over there, it goes over here. In this little compartment for forks, it says forks, because I labeled it forks. No, I really don't have it labeled forks, but in my, if I lived alone, I'd be out there with the label maker. I'd be labeling everything, because everything has to go where it has to go. Okay, so that's enough about Ramadan. Today is Palm Sunday. And my mother-in-law in Ireland doesn't go to Mass now. She's Catholic, and she watches it on the television. I was going to say the telly. Yeah. She watches it on the telly. And but a neighbor of hers brought her a blessed palm frond. So Palm Sunday in the Christian tradition begins Holy Week. Basically, Jesus rides in to Jerusalem, which means habitation of peace. The city of Jerusalem. He rides in on a donkey with cheers of joy, woo, symbolizing the great creative journey. And metaphysically, in New Thought, we look at it as stepping into a whole new way of life, or death, which is life. So we've got the Maundy Thursday, the Last Supper coming up, Good Friday, and then next week you guys have Easter, and you guys will talk about it then. So stepping out of our comfort zone, Palm Sunday. Think of it this way. Stepping out of the comfort of just kind of being sort of a quiet prophet and not like causing any trouble. And stepping into, that risk of the unknown journey. But you gotta express yourself. We're expressing ourselves. So, Brandy is stepping into an unknown journey today. We're gonna be supporting her on that and loving it. Stepping out of our comfort zone. I don't know if anyone ever thought of Palm Sunday really that way, but metaphysically, that's kind of how we see it. Surrendering our hearts and minds in faith to the universe, no matter what's going on around us. We've got Passover coming, which happens to fall right on Good Friday. And Passover in the Jewish tradition, of course, commemorating the Jews freed from Egyptian slavery. Again, in New Thought, we have our own metaphysical meaning of that for ourselves, which is kind of passing over from an old state of consciousness, like an old way of being and believing, limited, into a new one. From enslavement, not from Egyptians, but our own selves, right? Our own limited thinking. Passing over from that consciousness into a broader way of thinking. Embracing new ideas, opening up to the possibility that spirit really is in everything and everyone. So we get to open up with Passover as well. Ernest Holmes said that the divine plan is one of freedom. So freeing the Jews from enslavement long, long ago, we can use that parallel idea of freeing ourselves from our own limited thinking. So once again, dear Ernest Holmes says, we should have a deep sense of calm and peace, an abiding faith and trust in the universe. And abiding means like with you all the time. An abiding faith and trust in the universe. This is the essence of faith, the beauty of religion. And I'm a person who has had a distaste for religion when it held people down, when it exploited people, when it made people feel less than. So finding the beauty in religion, this is what we're doing here. We're honoring the beauty in the idea of faith, faith beliefs. We're finding the beauty in it, and that's what we hold on to, and that's what we expand. So, do you trust the universe?
Yes.
Really? Even when things don't go your own way? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're just like me, remember, as the song says. So, do you use your past to predict your future? Sometimes, right? This is kind of a yes and, So, we resist taking that leap of faith that Ernest Holmes talks about because we don't want to get hurt. We don't want to fail. We don't want to fall down. We don't want our hearts broken. And we don't want to lose stuff. People, jobs, esteem. So we resist. We resist giving over to the universe. We resist letting it all go and being vulnerable and open. Ooh, but as Carl Jung says, what you resist persists. Gosh, have you ever resisted something like just, oh no, I can't stand it, and it keeps showing up? Oh, that makes me crazy. Why is this showing up? Oh yeah, that's right, I remember. I'm resisting it. And that means I'm really focusing on it, right? What we resist persists. It keeps showing up. So, if you have that boyfriend, girlfriend with, no prospects, perhaps no car, no future, no faith, nothing you can really relate to, but you want to fix them and save them and take care of them, and that's good. And if you decide you don't want that anymore, and then another one shows up, exactly like that one, well, maybe you need to look at that and decide what you want. And then don't resist trusting the universe. The universe has your back. It has our back. Love is always unfolding, no matter what it looks like. I know you guys already know that stuff too. So Carl Jung was amazing. Friend of Freud for a while, until they sort of fell out over a disagreement about certain things. But he talked a lot about the shadow side. How many of you guys did the shadow side classes, dealing with your shadow side in New Thought? No? Oh. Okay, sort of half a class there was taken, just a little half a class. Then she started complaining about it, and then she had to go get the wristband. No. The shadow side, wow. So just to encapsulate what I'm talking about with resisting and this divinely human idea. So we see our humanness as maybe sometimes our brokenness. And we see our divinity as the good stuff. Oh, I gotta be more divine. Like, I just gotta go to a hilltop and just not watch Netflix and not, play video games and, just go to a hilltop and just have my cup of tea, reminding me that that's me and God mixed together. And I'm just gonna be divine and forget this human stuff because it's messy down here being human. You get hurt. It's awful. Things don't go the way I want. The fork is not in the right spot. I don't like it when it's that way. I'm just going to be divine. But the thing about the shadow side, it's really focusing on, Jung wanted us to know that it's all one thing. So you can't have a candlelight without a shadow because it casts a shadow. The bigger the light, the bigger the shadow. Ooh. The bigger the light, the bigger the shadow. And the shadow side is not to be feared or fixed or hated or despised. It is there to show us where the light needs to go. Never see yourself as broken. Never see yourself as inadequate, incomplete, only human. You're the light shining the shadow. Shine your light brighter. Make a bigger shadow. And shine the light into your shadow. Or shine it on someone else's shadow. That's what we're talking about here. Oh, always dance with spirit. There's a lot about having fun and dancing in this April theme this creativity theme. That saying, dance like no one is watching. Have you heard that? Yes. It especially applies to my husband and myself. You don't want to watch when we're dancing. And it's not pretty. No. We were just going to take lessons, and COVID happened, and we couldn't get out and take lessons. And then he threw us back out and had to have back surgery, and we still couldn't go dancing. So now we still can't dance. But I'm going to I do, when I'm cooking and by myself, I do. I dance like no one's watching. And it's important to do that. It's important to let that out. And the dance is always with spirit. You're never dancing alone. The dance is always with spirit. All right. Frank, this is for you. An electrical law, in a current, as resistance increases, current decreases. Did you all know that? Kevin's an engineer. He knows the electrical engineer degree. As resistance increases, that's our resistance, current, spirit, life energy, decreases. So our experience of spirit decreases. No. You don't have to. Our experience of spirit as the current of our life decreases. Spirit's there. It's like putting a kink in a garden hose. It's there, the water's there, but we're kinking it up. So resistance kinks up the garden hose, and it also decreases the current energy of spirit that you experience. Spirit is always there fully, but what we experience is decreased. So remember that, and I always go back to Star Wars or Star Trek. I apologize. But the whole thing about Darth Vader, and Luke, his son, seeing the good in him and wanting to save him. I gotta save you, Father. I gotta save you, Father. Remember that. I'm sorry if you did I blow the ending of movie number 2? Darth Vader is Luke's father. I'm sorry, I have to tell you that. Okay, now they know. Okay. There are no Darth Vaders in your family that you have to save. Yes, spirit is in those people who look like Darth Vader and act like Darth Vader, or Putin, or anyone you want to name. Spirit is in there. They're not connecting to it. It's still there. This is why we pray for everyone. Okay? But we don't have to actually see them as something that is wrong with them, that is broken. We need to shine that light brighter. Okay? When we shine our light brighter, and it does, it casts a bigger arrow pointing towards the shadow, right? And then we can see what needs to be revealed, to be healed. So be the light, shine the light. That's what we're supposed to do. So in closing, there's this fabulous prayer. It's the Bodhisattva Prayer for Humanity by Shantideva, who lived, I think, around 700, a Buddhist monk. And it's said that His Holiness the Dalai Lama says this prayer every morning. And I can always send it to you, Brandy. You can make it available to anybody who wants it, okay? So you guys can read it yourselves. What I would love you to do right now is just take a deep breath in. Chris is going to noodle a little bit as we do this prayer. So that's a miracle right there. That's life breathing you right there. That's the divine breath of God in your human body. Releasing it back out to the divine. All connected, all one. Take one more deep breath with me now if you're able. And I invite you to just put your hands over your heart. Feel that heart beating. That beating heart living you. You don't tell it to beat, it's just beating you. And know every cell, every fiber, every bone, every bit of your body is the divine. The hands, the feet, the heart, the lungs, the eyes we see with. That's the divine, living as us, expressing as us. We are the feet on the ground. We are the boots on the ground here, folks. We are the divine in person. So this prayer. Beam it out. Beam that life force, that beautiful light that you are. Beam that light bright right now. Bright, bright, bright. Beam it out to the world. And here's the prayer. May I be a guard for those who need protection. A guide for those on the path. A boat, a raft, a bridge for those who wish to cross the flood. May I be a lamp in the darkness, a resting place for the weary, a healing medicine for those who are sick, a vase of plenty, a tree of miracles, and for the boundless multitudes of living beings, may I bring sustenance and awakening, enduring like the earth and sky, until all beings are freed from sorrow and all are awakened. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you all for having me here today. So we talk about the gifts of spirit and the qualities of spirit. When we're feeling particularly human, let's remember some qualities of spirit. Shout them out. Qualities of God. God qualities. Love, kindness, peace, joy, freedom, yes, harmony, yes. Okay? Those are your tools in your tool belt. Pull them out whenever you're feeling human and not so divine. And right now I'd love to bring up the amazing goddess, Brandy Pagano. Brandy's going to join myself and Chris, and we are going to treat you to some of the gifts of the goddess. We'll say the goddess because we know God is God and goddess wrapped in one. And showing up as Brandy, as Chris, as myself. And as we get going here, we'd love it if y'all want to dance with spirit, like we talked about. I won't look at Kevin. Anyway, okay. These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace? Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive?
Woo! Yes. Right on. I'm always in tune with Brandy as I'm looking at my offering today, and I always put love, peace, and joy on my little checklist. I just love how Spirit is always connecting us to where we're at. So thank you so much. Thank you. That was exciting. So this is our giving time. Please take a moment to join me in appreciation for this community. If you just love what you heard today, you know, this is just a time for you to share this energy and appreciation for this community and our philosophy. We know we live in an abundant universe. There is always more than enough to share and to spare. We use this time to open up the flow of abundance and circulate that energy with gratitude. Because we appreciate you and your contributions, we make it easy for you to give. In addition to placing your offering in the basket today, there are a variety of ways that you can contribute to our center. You can use the Venco app on your smartphone or tablet. You can visit our website to make a donation, www.hi-desertcsl.com. Scroll down and hit that donate button. Or you can just simply drop off a donation throughout the week or by mail. Thank you for supporting our center. Thank you for supporting our center. And thank you to our ushers today. Please join me in reading aloud our Declaration of Affirmative Giving located inside of your program on the left side. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. I invite our ushers to start at the front of the room with the baskets, please.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. And God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Let's take a moment to bless our gifts as we recognize the overflowing.
Join with me in knowing that these gifts show that God is energy and money is God in action. These gifts don't just sit in a basket. These gifts go forth to heal and prosper this community and beyond where we can see. These gifts change lives. They change our own lives and change the lives of all they touch. So just knowing this truth, I simply bless these gifts to their highest, knowing they do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. Blessings.
I'd like to invite the practitioners up to the stage. Here they all come. We have a little music there for us.
Watch out for the train tracks.
All right, our practitioner team is here to serve you. The prayer request box is in the garden room under the picture of Ernest Holmes, and our practitioners' phone numbers are on the back side of your program. Please reach out to one of our experienced practitioners for prayer, especially if you're going through a challenge in your life. They are here to know the truth for you. They are here to know the truth for you, and are available after service for spiritual support if you need prayer. And now I invite Lori to read our affirmation for the day.
So I'll read it once and then you can read it twice with me. I am divinely human. I radiate Spirit's creativity and love as me. Let's say that together. I am divinely human. I radiate Spirit's creativity and love as me. One more time. I am divinely human. I radiate Spirit's creativity and love as me.
Okay, so we have our benediction now.
I'm the queen of benediction. No. Oh, I invite you to take a deep breath with me one more time. You divine humans, you. I invite you to know, moving from this place, this beautiful sanctuary together and our time together, take this idea with you. Take it out into the world. Shine your light out into the world, on the shadow, knowing that it's all good. I bless this time we've had together, knowing that as we go out into the world, we shine. We shine the light of Spirit, because that's who we are. So just resting in that, knowing in that. Have a blessed, blessed week, and we will see you back here next time. Namaste.
Thank you to all of you who have joined us in person and those of you who are joining us online. We will see you right here in person and on HDCSL Live on YouTube every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Have a great week, everyone, as we have our wonderful guy, Chris, going to sing us a wonderful song out. Thank you.